Okay, it started.
Okay, great. So cool. Let's all go around and give a little individual updates. Damien, you want to start?
Yes, so the main thing we did is merging Smart 4. There's there are a few issues we need to figure out. Probably we'll fix them this week. And other than that, I don't have, I don't remember anything else that I can add.
Awesome. That'd be really nice. And a big shout out to Ingo for doing a lot there, and Damien and Boris for reviewing and fixing a lot of other stuff. Yana, you want to go?
Yes. So the main thing on my side would be the dark theme. We have merged a big update to the UI and the version of the libraries we are using in the UI. This is going to be deployed and released soon on Jitsi. And yeah, it will improve the look of all the notifications and pop-ups. They'll look more like they'll fit better the dark theme of our UI. So that's for me. When we'll continue to work on improving some of the UI and fixing bugs.
So dark theme just in time for Halloween.
Exactly. That's a very good point. Yeah, good timing for us.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. George.
Yeah, I can go next. So I have mostly preparing for a talk that we're going to give on Cranky Geek about machine learning and neural networks, training a neural network to do some bandwidth estimation related stuff, and then other than that, it was mostly minor bug fixes and nothing major really. So just minor bug fixes here and there in the bridge. That's from me.
Cool. I think I saw Saul and Lubo earlier. Is the mobile team you guys want to go?
Yeah, so we worked on fixing multiple issues and in the mobile app, mostly crashes on Android because we were targeting an internal release. But the cool thing is that all of those things will go out in the open source project and the release of the app as well. So we're hoping to be more stable and fix not only crashes but my annoyances and bugs and stuff like that. So and Paolo, if you want to add something, please go.
Well, I would add that the past couple of weeks, so some of us were at the Google Summer of Code Mentor Summit, which was pretty interesting. We also spoke with, while there, we spoke with the Zulip guys, which is like a group chat kind of application for teams. And they were thinking about integrating Jitsi Meet on it, which is pretty cool. And then last week, I was in Switzerland for a one-day conference called DINACon. Previously was the Open Source Awards. And we won the Open Source Classic Award with Jitsi Meet, which is also pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. I've been traveling. Now I'm finally in Amsterdam, and I don't plan to move for a few weeks.
Cool. Is Pavel here?
Yes, but I don't have anything to add.
Okay. Boris, are you here?
I am. I don't have anything either, though.
Okay. Lenny?
So for the last couple of weeks, I've been working on just miscellaneous bug fixes in the UI, as well as continuing Adapter.js work. There's a pull request open now for Chrome using Adapter.js, and Firefox should follow afterwards. And going forward, I'll be looking into Safari and Adapter.js.
Yeah, that we're hoping that getting moved over to Dev.js will make it a lot easier to get Safari and Edge stuff kind of redone and all a little bit more consistent. So hopefully that'll be nice. Have I missed anyone else on the team? Otherwise I can go. Then we can go to open talk. I've been doing some video quality comparison tests with Jitsi kind of versus some other services to try and see how we're stacking up and so we can do some checks there. So I've done some stuff against Blue Jeans and we did a capture against Zoom on Friday, so I'll be running the comparisons for that stuff today. And cool. Okay, if there's no one else, we can go to Q&A if I haven't missed anyone. If I have, speak up now.
I can share some
now.
stuff. Yeah, so one thing that we did the last 2 weeks is we started using ESLint even for our non-React files with a lot of rules there. So right now everything should be the ESLint check should pass for every file. It's pretty exciting. Also, I try to update the Strofe library and actually use it only in the libjitsi lead project as dependency, because anyway, it's used only there. I have like 2 open PRs. They're not merged yet, but probably they're going to be merged soon. What else? I added some analytics stuff here and there and refactor them a little bit. Also, did some work on the desktop picker, some small bug fixes, and that's all I think.
Cool. Thanks, Risto. Anyone else?
Yeah, actually, I have something to add. We added Java 8 as a dependency for Jitsi Video Bridge, finally, so we can now use the Java 8 features, and we've been doing some cleanup. There were some hiccups during the upgrade because I forgot to change all the places that were necessary, but that should all be resolved now. Please let us know if you see any issues, particularly in old Debians where Java 7 is installed by default. You should get the 8 version pulled in when you upgrade the Debian package, but if something doesn't happen, please let us know on the mailing list.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go to Q&A then. Any questions?
I've got one. So I hear you guys talking about releases all the time. I'm basing some of my work on your project as upstream artifacts, and I never actually saw releases. I've never used them. What I always do is I pick a random tag or the latest tag, which is in one of the repositories, and that tag is shared across most of the repositories, and I pick that. What is a good way to determine what commit or what tag goes with each release? Because you guys are automatically creating tags and you've got a lot of them. So it's kind of hard to find the trees in the forest.
So since no one else is going to answer, I don't feel authoritative here, but the word release is overloaded. We use it for a bunch of things. One of the releases that we do is to this deployment, Jitsi, and it tends to always have what we consider a stable version. You can check all the versions if you just grab for version in the JavaScript console. So you're going to see gcofo and the bridge there.
How do I find the corresponding commits? Is that in the
Yeah, so if you do it right now, you see that the bridge would be version 0.1.997. And you would then look at tag 997 in Jitsi Video Bridge.
Okay. But there's no, you don't update version numbers when you replace downloads, something like that, like in the traditional sense of marking something as a stable release.
I think that happens too, I just don't know how.
Okay.
So
well, I don't know either, so.
So there is something we used to do for the desktop client. So when we were releasing, we were generating changelog based on the previous version that was released and the current one. So we can maybe work on that and add that as we have a meta package that collects all of the software, a Debian package. So if we take the previous stack and the current one when releasing, generate some sort of getting all the commit logs and putting it in a change log there, it will be accessible not only for the Debian package, but it will be basically a file with release notes between deployments of Jitsi, for example, something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but please note that I don't really need any of the release artifacts or metadata. I'm building on top of your stuff, and I'm always, when I do a rebase of my code on your code, I'm simply picking one of the last commits and I work from there. But it would be nicer for me to build on something that you deem stable. So if there is a release of sorts of something that marks things as stable, I prefer to use that. But it's only to that extent, and I personally don't have a use for a set of release notes and change logs and stuff like that. That's far beyond what I'm asking. Does that make sense?
Oh. I got a little distracted and lost. So yeah, if you had an easy way to just query the version of Jitsi, for example, that would work, right?
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that you guys don't have a definition of yeah, maybe I'm over asking here.
It seems reasonable to me. I just don't know if it's possible already or not.
Okay, well, if it isn't, I was just wondering if you guys already had something like that. But if you don't, then there's no point in putting a lot of effort into that either. Just assume that.
We could just add. Wonder if we could just add or redo the tag with like an underscore stable or something like that, even later on down the line after we decide to deploy it to meet Jitsi or something.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody else? Going once, twice. Okay. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.